What's up, gamers? It's your Pathfinder Beast Gamer Kuma here with our review of Mass Effect Andromeda, which is coming out for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Will this live up to all our hype? Will this be the new story arc that we always dreamed of for Mass Effect? Let's find out. For those that don't know, Mass Effect Andromeda is its own story arc. This takes place 600 years after the events of Mass Effect 3, but during the events of Mass Effect 2. It's weird, I know, but the Andromeda program was set to launch in 2185, which I believe is the time that Shepard came back from service, billions of dollars, blah blah blah. But let's move on from that story arc. We are now in the hands of Ryder. That's right, that's our new last name, people. If you understand the customization that you will have to go through, you understand that you're always either a Shepard and now you're a Ryder. So whatever character you make, either male or female, you're stuck being human, sadly. But we are going to play this new story out as a Pathfinder, not a Spectre. It's like a new version of Spectre if you want to go that way. You are resurrected from cryostasis after 600 years in stasis. Something goes wrong, things get wonky, and pretty much the Andromeda space program is looking for a new place for you all to live, like an Ark. Woo! Ain't that crazy, right? So, as I said, you have, once you go through the customization, of course, making your character, which is too limited in my opinion. I felt that they could have did a better job. All the customizations that are out right now, BioWare could have did a lot better. And the added bonus is that you have to make yourself a twin, sister or brother, it depends on you. I made mine Asian, as you can see. Yeah, there's some resemblance. We're fraternal, not identical. So as the story goes, apparently, depending on how you choose, as many people know, BioWare gives you the choice system. How I'm making it seem like that I have daddy issues, because your father is the Pathfinder on this ship, and we're going off into this new planet to see if there's this golden planet of paradise for all of us. Turns out, no, it is not. And then this happens. This is going to be the only spoiler through this whole review, so hold on to your butts. Your father gets killed, and now you become the new Pathfinder with this little AI chip in your head. Sounds a little bit like Master Chief and Cortana if you think,
Initiating transfer.
Because as you know, from there on you become the captain or the Pathfinder. As I said before, take over the new ship, which is freaking amazing and beautiful, and it's a step up from the Normandy, actually, in my opinion. And once there, you're going off in your own space exploration, finding new materials, finding out what's going on with this new enemy, and they look crazy as hell. You thought the Reapers were bad? These guys, right here, are vicious.
Yo, these guys look crazy. That's what's up. You look mad. You look really mad. You look angry.
We're going to move away from story and talk about the gameplay and mechanics. Mass Effect Andromeda adds the new booster pack equipment where you can now jump up, dash from side to side depending on what area you're in. Even a hover system, when you jump up in the air and aim down your sights, you can hover for a momentary time to give you the higher ground, especially when your NPCs are down there giving you cover fire. This has never been used before in Mass Effect, and I like it a lot because it just changes the whole tactics of battle. Also, your new Omni tool has an upgrade with a scanner system. Let's say you downed an enemy, you can actually scan their body and get the information of what alien species that is. A limited information until you get more during the story, but it's still freaking cool. This also works on boxes, machinery, creatures, anything like that, just so you can farm and collect data.
Generator interface possible. Location.
Awesome. This is what I wanted in any type of space exploration game. This gives you the action, this gives you the farming abilities, and which you can take to a research and development area and craft yourself new weapons. Combat wise, the enemies are freaking aggressive, so be on your toes and use all your mods and special abilities. Keep in mind though, you need to equip these things before you get off the ship. Before, in the old Mass Effect games, you can just select your inventory and items and stuff on the fly. There is an inventory, but you only can see your items and break things down. You cannot add, subtract, or, enhance anything until you're on the ship. So be mindful of what you want to do. I get the challenge of that, but I do miss the whole changing the items and stuff on the fly. You should bring that back. The downside to me is the animations of the characters. Aliens look great, creatures look great, but when it comes down to the humans, I'm not sure if BioWare did motion capture, because these characters look stiff, awkward, and weird all at the same time, especially facial expressions, bulging eye movements. It's awkward and doll-like in a sense. It's creepy. Very creepy. I felt that if they used motion capture, it would be a lot better.
Isn't good enough.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through.
Yeah, I remember the multiplayer in Part 3, right? It's freaking amazing and ties into the game. Same thing comes back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Whatever you do in the multiplayer can be translated into the single player. This is like wave and horde mode. You have to work as a team to accomplish the objectives. The multiplayer actually comes in different stages. There's bronze, silver, and gold, which I assume, well, of course it goes into a deeper level with challenge. Other than that, each character can pick a different form of adept, vanguard, soldier, and so forth and so on, but in different species though. Sadly, you can't use your own personal character, but that's not always a bad thing. This kind of makes it simpler. You can customize the armor, the weapons, everything else, but you just have to pick the set characters that you also can unlock with certain boxes that you obtain with the points that you earn in each match. They're a bit pricey, but if you play well and get certain medals while doing the objectives and everything like that, you should be good to go. And once you're done, you go back into single player and you got some nice new rewards to use. At the end of the day, Mass Effect Andromeda is a great game. At first I was a bit skeptical, worried a little bit, but once you get past, I guess, the first couple of hours, you start really getting into the nitty-gritty of the game. More action, more scenarios, definitely get those romantic situations happening, and plus the multiplayer is a nice added bonus, which gives you a nice cooperative horde mode battle that can actually use in a single player. It coincides with one another. The exploration is fun, especially farming other planets, scavenging for materials. This is actually a game that's worth the $65 price tag. You're gonna have a lot of replay value. You cannot beat this in one sitting. Maybe if you speed run through the story mode, but you're gonna miss so much that's going on in this new galaxy of Andromeda. I definitely could give it a 4.5 out of 5. And in that, I thank you all for checking out this video review. Please check out the full written review in the description area below. Also, please hit that like and subscribe button for more reviews, previews, and news coming from Kumazoko Entertainment, as well as me, Beast Gamer Kuma. As always, Beast out.
After all, I'm only human. After all, don't put the blame on me.